Yo fam, welcome to another awesome episode of On the Line. This episode we got a very special VIP guest, so let's get right to it. Come on. Episode 6, and we are on the line with the executive director, my friend, who I didn't realize was Dr. Greg Smith.
That's true.
That's wild. Learn something new every day. I always thought you were smart, but I had no idea, Doc.
It's less about intelligence and more about persistence. We always say it's a battle of attrition. So
I love you.
I persevered.
You are the greatest. And I just want to say here on camera, this man is the reason why I am here with On the Line. And I really love and appreciate you, my friend. So thank you.
Well, you are so very welcome. And I need to thank you because the additional exposure you're bringing to this game, the way that you're highlighting all of the incredible things that are going on with MSYSA, with all of our affiliates, with all the players, the referees, the parents. It is a dream come true, but we still have lots of work to do, Priest.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. All right, we're just going to get right into this. Greg is the executive director here at MSYSA, responsible for 85,000 players. Mind you, youth players, not, so we're talking kids. A lot of coaches, over 10,000 coaches, over 2,500 refs, and over 230 clubs. Greg, how do you do it?
Well, briefly, the numbers at first glance can appear extremely large, but the reality is it's not just the Maryland State Youth Soccer Association. We proudly partner with hundreds of clubs and leagues all across our jurisdiction, which is the entire state of Maryland and the District of Columbia. So when you say that I'm responsible for, it's a shared responsibility. All of those clubs, all of those leagues have incredible professionals working, volunteering within their ranks that collectively are ultimately serving these children, these referees, these parents, etc. And it's an impressive thing. But Priestley, I don't want to jump ahead of us. That's not the most impressive number.
Ooh.
The most impressive number is who we're not yet serving.
That is a fact. And there's so many out there that we need to reach and that we are going to find and bring this beautiful game to. There's a couple of different ways MSYSA is working towards that. We are going to get that. However, just want to know, over the past few years, you've seen youth soccer grow and evolve here in Maryland. How?
So there's a couple of ways. I just mentioned the partnerships that we have with clubs and leagues and all the incredible people who are part of those clubs and leagues. That effort is going out and is encouraging participation. And it's helping to make sure that when a child does participate, they're having a good experience. So they're wanting to stay in the game.
Yes.
Is it perfect? No. But we're better today than we were last year or 10 years ago. And that's something to celebrate. As far as that's concerned.
What do you think about Maryland being just unique in America? What do we bring to youth soccer that really we can kind of beat our chest and say we're doing this right?
Well, we pride ourselves on trying to use information, data, to help inform decision making. The reality is that there are scarce resources. Everyone is affected by scarce resources, whether it's facilities, whether it's people, human resources, personnel, whether it's money. There's only ever so much of any of these. So we want to make sure that whatever we're pursuing, whether it's a new initiative, whether it's in furthering our support for the people who are currently being served and participating, we want to make sure that it's being done in the most effective way possible so that it has the greatest impact on our mission, which is to grow the game and use this game to transform lives. So if there's any one thing that Maryland does exceedingly well, which I would imagine most would agree we do a lot of things really well.
Agreed.
It's that we know who we are, we know why we're here, and we try to be as smart as possible with what we choose to pursue, making sure that it aligns with our mission.
Now you see why this guy is the doctor, but I like to call him the captain of our team, man. You are awesome, and we do talk about those who are not part of these giant numbers, and we want them to be. How can clubs, how can others become affiliates of MSYSA? Is it complicated?
Actually, no. It's very simple.
I like simple.
Today, all that is required is that the person go onto our website, msysa.org, click how to join, and it's a completely online process. It's like
Easy.
10 questions where they just put in information about who they are as an organization. They include like their board of directors, their president, etc. And then they click submit. There is a small fee to affiliate. It ranges anywhere from $60 to about $170 based on the size, how many hundreds of players you work with every year. And as long as you have a representative at our AGM each year, that fee becomes a one-time fee. You never have to pay it again. So it's essentially free to be a member.
Okay.
Correct.
What does AGM mean for those who are not familiar?
Good. It's our annual general membership meeting. So it really should be AGMM, but we just say AGM.
I think M&M's might be our trademark. But anyway, that is awesome. So again, very easy to be a part of this. And we just love what we do here, growing the beautiful game. I love soccer. So for MSYSA, we got some new initiatives, some projects down the line. Can we talk about any of this stuff? Can we crack open and let people know what we're planning?
Sure. So let's start with a 30,000-foot view. Everything we just talked about, we're always trying to push the proverbial envelope. How do we do something better? How do we do something more? How do we do something that's more reflective of the needs today than we did previously?
Okay.
And that's basically what drives everything. Whether you talk about a Let's Play program, which is an after-school initiative,
Love it.
specifically targeting the communities that could really, truly benefit from having opportunities to play soccer and doing so in a very safe and structured way right at their schools, where the majority of the children wouldn't have opportunities otherwise because of all the variables that are at play. We are looking to expand that concept into a slightly different way. We have a program called Growing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, schools are closed a lot. They close early for professional development. They close early for conferences. And what we're doing is we're partnering with schools to bring a camp-style, clinic-style soccer offering where children can maintain their schedule.
Awesome.
So if they would have been at school from 8 until 3, they can maintain that schedule even though school may have closed at 1, for example, a 2-hour early dismissal. And what we do is we give them a safe environment to play soccer, to continue building relationships with their friends. And it's a fun opportunity to, again, bring that opportunity to children and do so in a way that benefits their family, benefits their parents. Now, you're not having to leave work early, take paid time off, whatever it may be, tap into grandparents. I have 2 children, and I know how challenging it can be when this happens. And so to partner with the schools, to partner with the communities to make this available, it's been extremely well received.
It's just an extension of what we do, where we talk about, we learn these very important life skills on the field, and then they translate into regular life. And here we are utilizing that to make regular life better. You talked about the schedule. We all know kids live by the schedule. Mm-hmm. So when the schedule goes away, things kind of get difficult. I love that. Let's Play. I know I've been to the schools. I've seen the smiles. I've met the coach mentors. It's an incredible program. I know we also need help funding it. And I know there are people listening, and I know there are people who are in a position who may be able to help grow this amazing program for these kids who are so deserving of it. And I truly believe and I know it's not the goal, but I think there might be a superstar amongst them that, may never touch a soccer ball if we don't do this. So how can we get the community and local businesses to support this?
Yeah, I am confident that there are superstars. I am confident that our best players in our country are not currently playing the beautiful game.
So agree.
And we'll talk about this more in a second, but it truly will be these non-traditional avenues where those superstars are ultimately found and helped, promoted along the pathway to get out there on the national teams eventually. The best way to support is to volunteer.
Cool.
Whether you are a company with employees that you want to be involved in your community where you are located right here in Maryland, reach out to us. Nathan Meadows is our Director of Outreach and Grassroots.
And is the greatest.
He oversees the program. We are always looking for people who want to give of their time and talents to come out and to help. to create relationships with these incredible children who, in some cases, are literally right in your backyard. You just maybe don't know that they're there. Obviously, financial donations are wonderful. The program, while we make it free for the child, it is not free. There's a lot of work. We talk a lot about the non-traditional space being a difficult one. There's lots of challenges. And some of the challenges are that it doesn't fit nicely into the box that we're so used to. What I mean by that is you don't have children signing up, parents paying whatever fees, being placed on a team and going and playing in a league. And you're playing on pristine fields, and that's not the way that this works. This is, you're working through school leadership. You're trying to connect with the children and with their parents. It's difficult to get information back. You have whatever space they have available at the school. It may not even be a true field. It may be a hard surface. It may be kind of on a slant, but you make it work for all the right reasons. But it's tough, and it takes a lot of people to make it happen. It does not just happen. So giving of your time and abilities, it doesn't have to be months and months, but if you can give an hour or two a week for an 8-week program, that would be huge. And if a company wants to support financially, we would love to honor them and recognize them. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so there's certainly the tax implications, but it's a fantastic initiative and something that everyone should want to be a part of.
I often say giving feels good, and it really does. I mean, get out from away from your desk or whatever your regular life monotony is, and you're out on a field, taking in the fresh air. You're seeing these kids' eyes light up, all because you're showing attention, and we're having fun together. It's really what makes the world a better place.
It's absolutely true. My children, I have 2 young children. They play rec soccer in our local community, and the season just kind of started up again here in the fall. And for the 2 or 3 times that we've been together, right at their elementary school, right outside playing, I have the overwhelming feeling of this is good, this is right, this is the whole community, our community, together, having physical activity, laughing, running around, playing. And if we could have that going on all across Maryland, D.C., but then also beyond, the positives that I believe that would bring to society as a whole is probably tough to measure.
It's a beacon of light, and it just happens to be with the traditional soccer ball, black and white, and it's amazing. So speaking of the game, and here we're talking Let's Play, which is a real introductory level, but hopefully one that can put a player on a path to possibly be in a cup game. And I know our cups have kind of taken a turn, a change, an evolution this year. Can we talk to that? Because that's a new thing for us as well. I understand we have a winter cup coming.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier, you asked the question, what is it about MSYSA? What would you be so proud of? Well, one of the many things that we do is we try to understand where the landscape is, where it is going, so that we can best meet the needs of the children that are participating, the people that we're ultimately serving. Cups are no different. While it is for a certain level of team that wants to show that for their age and gender, they are the best team in the entire state of Maryland and D.C., there are lots of options available for these teams around the country, and that's not a bad thing. The game is growing.
It's a great thing.
But if those opportunities preclude some teams from being able to participate during the traditional time where cups would be held, then we have an opportunity to say, what can we do as administrators? What can we do to try to meet them where they are? Whether it will be an overwhelming success or not, that will depend on the players and the teams and what they really want. But in speaking with club leaders, offering an opportunity during the traditional winter months for teams to compete in the winter option for our state cup is one that we think will be well received and should create many more opportunities for these players and teams who I believe deserve an opportunity to participate.
100%. So if your club is interested in signing up for this Winter Cup, it's the first of its kind here in Maryland. MSYSA.org.
Yes, and all kinds of information are up on our website already, msysa.org. Will be sent out via email, and the registration for the winter version will open up early October.
Fantastic. We're very excited for that, and that is for State Cup players. President's Cup remains the same.
Correct.
Perfect.
Correct.
Speaking of cups, there's a really, really big cup coming our way to this country. I don't know if you're as excited as I am. The World Cup is coming. How do you feel that's going to impact youth soccer here?
I think the real impact will simply be in terms of awareness. I mean, I'm watching television shows. Our men's national team was just playing last night. You can't go anywhere without seeing, whether it's the Home Depots of the world or the Bank of Americas, everyone's already months and months and months in advance putting up those proud logos that we are partnering with FIFA on this incredible opportunity for the top teams from all these countries have qualified to prove that they are the best in the world. And I think the awareness that it'll be front of mind whether you know anything about the game of soccer or not. It will be very difficult for anyone to be around in America and not know that this event is going on. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that as people are seeing this, hearing this, that they're also hearing the messaging. If you have a child, sign them up to play soccer.
Yeah.
It's fun. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll be playing in the World Cup.
You'll never know if you don't try. And what's going to happen if you try? You meet people, you get good exercise, and you have some fun.
Pretty good trade-off.
I think so.
It's a pretty good trade-off.
Can I sign up? Wait, no, that's the senior league. Whole other podcast for On the Line. We can create a team.
Yes.
Anything in the world of the executive director, not on the paper and not on our notes, you'd like to tell our people, our community?
I am always sharing the message that this game has a unique ability to transform lives. It's part of sort of our statement that we have out there, grow the game, use it to transform lives. But we don't just say those words, we mean it. And you can hear the stories. When you meet people out there in the communities and you hear what's going on in their lives. I'll share one quick story. A father of a young boy who was at the local rec council that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He came up to me and said, "Excuse me, I have never met this person before." He said, "Hey, were you part of that free soccer clinic that you offered in the spring?" And I said, "Well, yeah." And we were talking about how they didn't have any space for us because it was a different season. And so we had to use like this little grass spot, but we made it work.
Yes.
And he went on to tell me about the impact that little effort, the willingness to say, you know, I'll come out and get 100% free. I'll come out and volunteer my time. Whoever wants to sign, we had 50 kids sign up.
That's awesome.
In like one day.
Wow.
Come on out and we'll just have fun around the game. It was all small-sided. It was all one player, one ball stuff. And then we went to 2v2, 3v3s. The point is that the father came up to me. He went out of his way. He didn't even know we didn't know each other to say, I just wanted you to know the impact that has had on my son.
Oh.
And then he pointed to his son. I said, "Oh, I remember." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He has now turned into like this huge soccer fanatic. He wants to come out and do everything. He wants to play indoor in the winter." And he said the impact that it's already had on his life in just a few short months, he couldn't hardly put into words. And so what I would say is this is able to be replicated all across America, all across the world. And all it takes is people willing to raise their hand and come out and do something. You don't even have to be an expert in the game.
No.
Just be willing to contribute something to your community. And we say all the time here, when you do the right things for the right reason, good things happen. So I have no idea where that story will go, but we hear those stories over and over and over again.
Well, you just took my first Priestley's Quick Kick fun rapid question. Obviously, your favorite Maryland soccer memory or moment. Boom. That was a really, really strong one, Greg.
That's one of them. There are lots of memories, and they're literally being made every day. So the most favorite one might be yet to come today. It's still
Love that. See, that's why he is our executive director. So if you weren't working in soccer, what would you be doing?
You mentioned the doctoral degree. I probably would be in academia, higher education, research in R1 institution. I enjoy data. I enjoy trying to discover and make meaning out of what we're observing, what we're seeing happening. And we do this every day in Maryland, and it has, again, been it's proven to be successful when it comes to decision making. But that's probably what would be in a sport management program, probably somewhere. But
I'm really glad you're
I'm
here.
much happier being here.
Really, really glad you're here. All right, one piece of advice to a young player dreaming big.
Do it for you. What I mean by that is, from my own personal experience and from the experiences that I've shared with many, many people over the years, if you do it for you, not to be selfish, but that will always be your North Star. You'll know why you're doing this. When someone's asking you to come do an additional practice or go to another tournament, you'll have that grounding of, I'm doing this because I love doing this. And if you love doing it, you'll be out there in your backyard working on your turns, or you're striking the ball, shooting, finishing, whatever it might be. You won't need someone forcing you to go to practice. You won't need someone forcing you to stay fit. If you do it for you, everything is possible. So
That's a beautiful answer. Follow the North Star and stay true to you. He's the best. All righty. Lastly, your favorite player or team to watch?
I have so many, but I have to say my children. I have to say I have a son and a daughter, and they are the favorite players to watch and the favorite teams to watch and cheer for them, even when it's hard.
Yes, samesies. I've got 3, and people often say, "Who is your favorite team?" And I'm like, "Well, it's really my children's teams." You know, we are both huge fans of soccer in and of itself. You could put us in front of any game, and we'll enjoy it. But the kids certainly do hold a special place in our heart,
For sure.
as do you for me. Ladies and gentlemen, not just the executive director of MSYSA, but a very good friend of mine, a brother, if you will, Greg Smith.
Thanks, Priestley.
Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, and we are on the line, and we are going to keep bringing you closer to the game so we can spread the love and make this game grow as it deserves. Thank you.
Thanks.
What an awesome human. Fam, my buddy, Dr. Greg Smith, your executive director right here at MSYSA. You want to be a contributing part, you want to volunteer, you want to help out, you want to make a difference in these kids' lives with us. All the information, it's online. MSYSA.org. In advance, thank you. And again, Greg, you the man. Thanks for all you do.